Just want to say that many times I've had partners where I've been on point, done the right thing, always been there, gone the extra mile, tried a little harder, stayed straight, stayed awake, stayed aware, stayed attentive, listened, had conversation, stayed interested, and almost every time they faded, deteriorated, disintegrated. Issues that should have been dealt with that weren't dealt with. Negligences that I asked to have rectified weren't fixed. Behavior that I asked to change, in all fairness, to develop the relationship. No, they wouldn't change. And it went on and on. And you try and you wait. Then you got family interferers. No, don't be involved with him. No, he's no good. They'll make up stories, they'll vandalize you, they'll incriminate you, they'll make up all sorts of stories and lies about you. Vandalizing and incriminating and violating who you are, all for their own means, and then till ultimately you wear out, and I'm sure this has happened to many of you. You wear out. You actually become quite mute. You're psychologically paralyzed and traumatized because you've tried so hard for so long. But you've been met with a limited effort. That's what you'll find with personality disorders and sinfulness and all this stuff, however you want to put it. There'll always be a limited amount of commitment. And when I say commitment, I mean just a standard, healthy, normal relationship. To and fro, give, take, care and share on a daily basis. They're just incapable of doing it. When you add situations where you're meeting people that have had children before you come along, you're adding a culture, because there'll be a maternal culture that'll be different to the relationship culture, that you may not and probably will not be able to withstand. You just won't be able to withstand it. The reason for this is, in some degree or another, and at various levels, it changes depending on the trauma and the mess that was made in the last relationship that the person had before you, and how these children were parented, etc. There'll be a level of covert emotional incest that you just will not be able to compete with, because it's built out of most usually a victim mentality where somebody was badly done by, or everybody ended up badly done by the behavior of the person that was the perpetrator or infiltrator. You see this all the time. And you come along and the parent likes you. As a matter of fact, they really want to start something positive with you, and they do, But it's never going to last, because the bond that they have in the covert emotional incest will have a different tenant, a different spirit to what you have within the relationship, and these will clash. There's going to be a clash. And this person will be in the middle, and they'll have to split. They'll split between you, and they'll split between the emotional incest, because it's not covert. Once it's been revealed, it's actually overt. So it's just emotional incest. And emotional incest, be it in a maternal level or just in general, absolutely will destroy the relationship like cancer destroys its victims. It'll just erode it. You'll think you've cured it. No, it comes back, just keeps returning, because it's something that cannot go away, particularly the maternal version of it. It will not go away because it's DNA formed. It's domestically, culturally formed. Part of a bigger picture. And as it erodes you, because it will, and it does, and I've seen this over and over again, as you begin to disintegrate mentally and physically, because as you disintegrate mentally, you by nature disintegrate physically. You begin to lose your identity. You begin to lose your energy. You begin to suffer things that you would not suffer or be going through if you just gave away the relationship and just said, look, this isn't working for me. There's definitely something's not gelling here. We're not getting along right. Or there's interferences that are not in the best interest of either of us. Your children don't like me, and I've gotten to the point where I don't like them. Might be best if we let this go. But too many people ride it out. Too many people let it go on for too long. And before you know it, somebody's mentally ill, physically ill, broken down, and of course, words like narcissist, abuser, and all this other stuff comes into it. And in most cases, it can be true. Anything to do with disintegration attitudinally towards a relationship has narcissistic tenets to it, because devalue is one of the master traits of a narcissist. They devalue anything that's valuable. They disintegrate. They allow things to wear away. They let things go. So if you're in this situation and you're at your wit's end, and you might be a Christian and think, you don't have to stay. As a matter of fact, you have to go. You have to leave the abuse, leave the person, find yourself again, get your life back on track. Allow yourself to heal and recover, and never, never, ever go back.